Good morning and welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Today is going to be a very interesting day. We're going to give a new brand of consumer unit a try, the brand Navitas. We are installing garage electrics, 2 circuits, a light circuit and a socket circuit in a customer's house in the Plymouth area. This is not going to be one to be missed, so sit back, relax. It's going to be a very entertaining job, and we're going to take you along for the journey. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. I'll see you when we get to the job. Guys, we've arrived on site and we've got to put some of these fireboards in. One for the meter and equipment for when the DNO get here and give us some power, and one for our consumer unit. So I'll turn you around and show you where it's going to go. So we need to put the DNO's fireboard over here, so this board mount here, so they can put their meter and equipment on there, and our board will be going over here. And like I said before, we're going to be using this board for the first time, so very exciting. I'll show you what it looks like and then we'll crack on. Bill, my father's been here already. He's started running the socket circuit and the light circuit. I got held up at the wholesalers, so sorry for that. So this is the Navitas board and it looks quite nice. I'm quite excited to use it. It's a metal enclosure, just like our old Hager consumer units. But the one bonus part is this back ground plate is quite snug on the Navitas board in comparison to the Hager one. So we'll start now momentarily. That's the fireboard mounted for the DNO and our consumer unit. There's the DNO's board, and that'll be where we're going to put our new Navitas consumer unit, right here. I've mounted my main switch in my consumer unit. I'll just show you that. So there's my main switch isolator, ready for when the DNO get here. There's brand new meter tails, nicely flexed around, going into the bottom of the board, coming up to the main switch RCD with inside the consumer unit. So next plan of attack, MET right there, go into the consumer unit and wire onto my consumer unit's MET, and then I need to bring my 2 circuits into my fuse board. So stay tuned. So now I've wired the new Navitas board. I'm going to show you that. There's our new board. The MET is now in line with the main switch, ready for the national grid as previously mentioned. Of course, I've left all the blanks in. Not that it actually is a problem when it comes to the regs, but we always leave the blanks in for them. Obviously, we got our membrane, fire retardant membrane packs from the wholesalers. We brought our meter tails in the bottom along with the CPC, the main earth, and we have wired all our fuses accordingly. To be fair, this was a lovely board to fit. Quite impressed with it. I think we will be fitting a lot more of these in the future. Bill's ran his light circuit and his socket circuit, so he's put a light batten up here, a double socket down there, and a light switch down the bottom. So now I'll put the front cover on, label it up, and I'll show you when I'm finished. Okay, there we go. So it's all wired up and fitted neatly. Labels have been put on the consumer unit. We have got to come back and test this one when National Grid get here and liven things up. But until then, the job's been a good one. Hey guys, so that concludes our video today of the new Navitas consumer unit. It was a pleasure to fit that consumer unit. There was loads of space with inside to get your cables around the back of the DIN rail, and that from my point of view, or an electrician's point of view, is so much better. So some of our consumer units, they have not very much gap around the back, so you come somewhat of fighting your cables to get them around the back. But on this occasion, the Navitas consumer unit was a pleasure to fit. Now there will be a part 2 video incoming very shortly when we go back to power the consumer unit up once the National Grid have fitted and supplied to the garage. This is not a how-to 2D video, so please don't try and replicate what you've seen in this video, especially if you're not a qualified or competent electrician. This is just us showing you how we do things. If you're in and around the Plymouth area and would like a quote for your consumer unit, please contact Goodwin Electrical today. Until the next one, guys, bye for now.